Alright, so here today I wanted to show this to you because it's kind of a funny thing. I'm genuinely saying this like, I don't know how, but they do this so often, it's not even funny. Basically, what am I talking about here is, when you have a character in this game, right? Let's say it's a character, for example, like Goddess Liz, right? Goddess Liz is a character that launched that we never saw in the game. We never saw Goddess Liz of this version, of this costume, of anything around this character shown in-game. It's never happened, right? When you have a character like Mael, Mael's a separate character, right? That is a character that was originally already in storyline. It was already a character that we have seen. We saw it in one of the earlier chapters when we were getting towards that festival. It was like 4 or 5 chapters ago, and then all of a sudden Mael released, and we're like, oh, okay, that's Mael. Same Mael model and everything that was shown in game, obviously. That's the whole purpose. It also happened for a character like Estarossa. It not only happens with the main story, it also happens with the side stories, those being Ragnarok. You clearly saw the character release being, again, Freya. Freya was a character that was introduced to you separately prior to the actual release of the character as Freya, correct? Like, what you got as a character was shown already, then later on given to you in the game, correct? Simple. With that, we also, get some ideas when things go wrong and when things become, an issue, right? And what does that mean? GoGo, what does that mean? What are you talking about? Let me show you what I'm talking about, all right? We hop over here, we go to the replay event, we scroll down to the very bottom, the recent chapters, we go down the very last chapter over here, it's 25, the last chapter, it's this one, yeah, 585. Click this over here. Now, we get a little bit of an introduction, and our one and only Meliodas, our GOAT Meliodas, right? And it's the entire scene, he is back from the entire, bullcrap that was that. And everything's happening, and then here we go, the commandments are all there, and they gotta take out the commandments or something like that. Now, boom, 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 here we go. We go into this beautiful cutscene here. So, with this cutscene is the introduction to us of our one and only true magic Meliodas, or in the case of the Alexis leak, God Meliodas, right? Those are the things that this character does have. But as you can kind of see here, he gets all of his, things, and guess what? He gets an upgrade, but while he gets that upgrade, he may lose the thing. And that thing, sadly, kind of is his, you'll see in a second, his head. Yeah, he lost his head. So, when they were probably updating Meliodas, being probably, like, building him and making his character and whatnot, or whatever, right? Because the leak does exist. They did all his emotions and everything. They took away his head. Which is the most wild thing to me, dude. They took away his head. So in the cutscenes, it's Elizabeth crying and like, Melly, you lost your head, man. That's crazy. But yeah, his head is gone. We just see this. It is outstanding to me that they can do this. Like, this is insane. And why does this actually mean a lot? It's because you saw it, right? Where you saw with Estarossa, they updated Estarossa's animations via the storyline. They removed the old animations. We got Estarossa 2 weeks later. You also saw it with Freya. They removed Freya's, they added Freya's, like, kind of crown when she ults, and you saw that entire thing in the animation. It got updated fully, and then, like, a month later, I don't know exactly, I think it was a month later, it got added in the game, correct? We then saw it with a character like Mael. Mael was all of a sudden T-posing, right, when you had his animation being played when his match finishes, right? He just starts T-posing, and then, like, the victory animation plays, and he's still T-posing to the very end, and he doesn't move. He doesn't, like, form his, entire, like, winning animation. He T-poses the entire time because they were working on the animation, and instead of finalizing it, just uploaded it, I guess, or updated the game, and left the T-pose in there. Because again, they were updating it, they were trying to get the new animation, they were trying to work on the animation or whatever they were trying to do, and in the end, they left it. But yes, when Meliodas goes back to his regular form, he gets his head back. So it's only an issue in his true magic form. Outside of it, he has a head. It's also the same thing. I'm not currently at that point in the story, but literally on chapter 26 also, you'll see a point when you meet Meliodas again, and in that point also, he's headless in the cutscene. So, imagine a cutscene, the guy is headless. I really cannot believe it. But yes, that's what they currently have done. And again, we had yesterday's leak. We saw yesterday's leak. It's showing that, yeah, he has all his emotions being put in, which are things that, like, when you work on Affinity, that's what you get. It's also the case that, like, sometimes it's, like, implemented in story when they're, like, reacting. Like, for example, you saw the Liz one there. It's always done like that. But remember, it makes the most sense that it is Meliodas. It's just we don't know which one, right? They could have done King Meliodas, which was, like, the Britannia one. But who really wants that? True Magic Melly would be, like, the sickest Melly ever. But again, I cannot believe that they absolutely fumbled this, dude. How do you remove the guy's head? Explain that to me. How do you remove the guy's head? But yes, that's there. Headless Meliodas is your next festival, boys. Confirmed. But yeah, most likely whenever this stuff happens, it's like, it's always a fact that whenever they're updating a model and doing stuff, that character ends up releasing. You saw it with Freya, you saw it with Mael, you saw it with Esterosa, 3 characters in a row that did get updated. Remember, in the future, like, if we start to see in the catastrophe story other catastrophes get shown, then you'll have those catastrophes going release. It's like, it's a kind of a thing that happens, right? But it's just hilarious to me that they made him headless, bro. I cannot unsee. Like, look at this, bro. Headless Meliodas is like the scary. Look at this. He's about to destroy that thing with headless Meliodas, bro. Don't even know. Well, yeah, that is what happened. A very, very funny thing, and to me, it's shocking that they did that, you know, in a way. But remember, it makes a lot of sense. The leak also popped up, shows you the emotions and everything. That's like what each character has in the affinity area, so all that's there. With that leak adding up to the actual thing of we knowing that it is probably a Meliodas, with the only speculation being those coping that Arthur is going to happen. But again, you have to realize all the Arthur copers, your thing is still there. You can easily now, because the story got delayed, and we already know the text that was provided to us, this Arthur can literally pop up in February, because the story is not ending at that point. The story is going to be on for a little bit more, because they delayed 1 chapter, so it's moving to where chaos will happen around that part, so they can easily do it. Probably next month is like some sort of catastrophe unit. I'm guessing they're going to do that. Other than that, really, we don't know too much. But what I can tell you is they updated him. If that gives you anything, it basically kind of confirms that that's what we're expecting. Again, we didn't really expect anything else, but we expected that it is Meliodas. That's it. We didn't know who, right? They could be stupid. They could do, you know, King Meliodas, which I don't think is right now. It makes any sense. Skipping True Magic. They also skipped Demon King Melee, which a lot of people are still mad about. Which I'm not gonna say I'm mad about it, but you know, definitely, like, if anything, in my opinion, Purgatory Melee could have got skipped, and then that Melee could have been done in that festival. It's just my thought process, but, you know, the way they did it, is it problematic? No. It's just funny that they also use that Meliodas, that, like, big body Meliodas, you know, King Meliodas, sorry, Demon King Meliodas, right? They use that Meliodas as, like, the promotion for the Demon King Festival, so we're like, oh, does that mean, you know, King Meliodas gonna be soon? Like, Demon King Meliodas? And what happened? You didn't get him, so that wasn't the case, right? But right now, what I can tell you is they went and they updated over here in the story, his face being missing. When they do that, it means a lot of stuff. The leak adding up, the fact that we have Meliodas usually every year as a festival, it just almost confirms it that, yeah, it's True Magic Melee. And if you're hyped about that, let me know. I think that that's going to be the greatest thing you can release. It literally is. That is the Meliodas that everybody's looking forward to. Yes, I see Demon King Meliodas, but I will say that I personally care more for True Magic. And my comments that I've seen a lot of people talk about, they also consider True Magic Melee like the pinnacle Meliodas. Again, yes, he doesn't do too much, but that form of it just looks so cool, right? And I also saw on Reddit, I'm going to steal this Reddit comment. Shout out to the person that commented this. I'm so sorry, but I saw someone say, like, they are going to be absolutely cooking with the cosmetics. Like, you have to realize that there is so much to cook with this model when it comes to cosmetics that they can't fumble it. Like, bro, you could literally make a Christmas version of that cosmetic so easily, it's not even funny. Like, you make it where, you know, his 2 arms are like sleighs or something like that, or reindeer or something like that, and he's Santa Claus. Like, dude, you could do so much with this cosmetic that I hope they don't fumble it. Like, it'll look so freaking cool. It will look so freaking cool. The animations are just going to look top-notch. Like, they cannot fumble this. If they fumble this, nah, I'll fight them. You know what I mean? I'll fight them, not fight them. Never mind. All right, peace out. Enjoy. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and yeah, take care.